Pattinson. So Austin Butler was my first one. He jumped out as the guy who's been in popular stuff, but who obviously wants to prove his chops. He is the exact... Pattinson was 32 when he made this, and actually most of these are around that age. It doesn't have to be the exact same age, but it's convenient. So Austin Butler. If we're going a different direction, John Boyega, I think could be an interesting one. Will Poulter, again, someone who I think he's got something to prove. Yeah. Another one, I don't love this one as much, but Joe Carey from Stranger Things.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you know, grow a beard. I think it's a boy turning into a man kind of role, and it fits these. But I picked Lakeith Stanfield. That's my main one.
He's fucking great. Very good.
Who did you go for?
So I've gone for an actor in a very specific time period.
Okay.
So I've gone for 1998 Leonardo DiCaprio.
1990?
1998.
1998.
Post-Titanic.
Okay, so for future reference, you can't do that.
Oh,
You're supposed to pick someone who fits the criteria at the moment.
Oh, okay. So,
but you didn't know that, so we'll give you...
let me off.
Yeah. Okay, and Willem Dafoe, I put one that I crossed out, but I'll just throw it in for fun. So this is like an unofficial, didn't make the final list. I think Jim Carrey, I think he's got some dramatic chops in him. It would just be hard to not see him doing a bit. Like, especially he's a lot older now. He kind of has the creased up face. So the other people I put were Woody Harrelson, Forrest Whitaker, Sean Penn. I could definitely see him going crazy. Sean Bean. But the person I finally found was Hugh Laurie.
Oh, right, okay, I
could see him going mad.
So I went for, just because of what we were speaking about earlier with the vibe of it, and it very easily could, like you say, like if we did Jim Carrey one, he'd probably do a good job, but it would feel like a bit.
Yeah.
So I feel like you need to have like an actor with like a gravitas of it. So I feel like maybe if we could get Daniel Day-Lewis out of retirement.
Oh wow, that's ambitious, but fair enough. He's probably a bit on the old side now, but...
So he's probably quite close to Willem.
Willem was... Actually, no, that's true. Willem Dafoe was 63 when he did this. Yeah, he's probably close. Fair enough.
And I feel like he can grow facial hair. We've seen him grow facial hair.
Yeah, when you said Leo, I was trying to think, what was he doing in 98?
So just after Titanic.
Right after.
And then after that, he, not in so much of a way, but then he started trying to do more independent films. So he did The Beach with Danny Boyle. Yeah. Obviously then started working with Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, I've got this image of him with like slightly longer hair and like a dirty face that was like fit this sort of vibe.
Yeah, because I feel like he was a bit of like a teen heartthrob vibe, wasn't he? And then he sort of, I think, very deliberately tried to do something different. And also the way he is in Shutter Island.
Yes,
is a bit of a good comparison.
That we'll be doing that one on this shortly.
Oh, cool.
It's one of my brother's favorite movies.
Yeah, I love
that. Actually, well, we're still on the recasting, but Shutter Island there's a lot of parallels between the two, obviously because of the island. But anyway, that's our recasting, short and sweet. So for Robert Pattinson, I picked Lakeith Stanfield, and Danny picked 1998 Leonardo DiCaprio. And for Willem Dafoe, Danny picked Daniel Day-Lewis, and I picked Hugh Laurie. So if you're on YouTube, check our community pages and vote for which one of our recastings you prefer. Or if you're on Instagram, go into our reels and find the polls and vote there. And see what everyone else thought. Tell us who has a better idea of who would be better in this movie. And make sure to subscribe, follow, and check the full episode everywhere where you can find podcasts as well as our channel.